At the beginning of the story, we see a prison in Malaysia, where thousands of dangerous prisoners are packed together. And this is the most secure prison in the world, from where no prisoner has ever been able to escape. Guards are always standing there, keeping their eyes on the prisoners. As soon as any prisoner tries to escape, the guards directly shoot and kill him. And secondly, this prison is built in the middle of the ocean. So even if a prisoner manages to break out of the prison, the ocean water blocks his way ahead, because after entering the water, dangerous sharks will tear him apart and eat him. That is why no prisoner even thinks about escaping from here. Meanwhile, in the city, we see a man named Bishop Arthur. Bishop is not an ordinary man. Instead, he is a contract killer who kills people for money. And now he is planning to kill another man. First, Bishop picks up a photo of a prisoner who has escaped from the prison. That prisoner has a Ludo tattoo on his face. And Bishop also makes a fake tattoo on his face just like that prisoner. After changing his appearance to look like that prisoner, he reaches the middle of the city, where the police see the tattoo on Bishop's face and mistake him for the prisoner who escaped from the prison. They arrest him and then take him to Malaysia's most secure prison. This is the same prison that is built in the middle of the ocean. Here, we find out that Bishop has come to this prison to kill a very dangerous gangster named Yakuza, who has killed many innocent people. An old prisoner sitting nearby tells Bishop that whenever someone makes an enemy out of Yakuza, Yakuza first kills his enemy and then takes out his heart and eats it. After seeing Yakuza, Bishop understands that killing Yakuza will not be easy because Yakuza's men are always with him. Now Bishop is looking for a way to kill Yakuza. Just then, he sees a huge prisoner coming to kill Yakuza. Seeing this, Bishop takes advantage of the opportunity. Just as that prisoner is about to kill Yakuza, Bishop throws a knife and kills the huge prisoner, saving Yakuza's life. Seeing this, Yakuza becomes very happy with Bishop and completely trusts him. He thanks Bishop for saving his life and also invites Bishop to have lunch with him. When afternoon arrives, Bishop goes to Yakuza's private hideout. Yakuza is very happy to see Bishop there and offers him the position of his right-hand man. Bishop then says that he is already working, and his job is to kill people like Yakuza. As soon as he says this, Bishop attacks Yakuza and strangles him to death. After that, Bishop quickly mixes poisonous powder into Yakuza's food so that people think Yakuza was not killed by Bishop, but instead died because he ate poisoned food. After this, Bishop positions Yakuza's body in such a way that the guards standing outside think their boss is praying to God. Taking advantage of the opportunity, Bishop quickly comes outside and fits a bomb inside a small tunnel in the prison wall. A powerful blast breaks the prison wall. Bishop quickly comes out through the tunnel created in the wall. Then, to protect himself from the sharks in the middle of the ocean, he applies cream all over his body. But just then, the prison guards find out that Bishop is escaping from the prison. However, before the guards can reach Bishop, he quickly jumps into the water and swims through the sharks. He escapes from the world's most secure prison after killing a very powerful gangster, without leaving any trace behind. After that, Bishop goes straight to Brazil. There, with a new identity, he starts living on a boat near the ocean. After spending the night on the boat, he goes outside in the morning. But before leaving, he activates the bomb installed in his boat using his mobile phone so that nobody can steal his boat. After that, he goes straight to a hotel and sits on a seat near the ocean. But then a beautiful woman comes and sits in front of him. The woman tells Bishop that she has been looking for him for the past several months and that she knows who he really is. She tells him that he is a contract killer who kills people and then creates such a scene that everyone thinks it was not a murder but an accident. Then, coming to the main point, the woman tells Bishop that the man she works for wants him to kill 2 men for him because nobody can do this job better than Bishop. But Bishop refuses to accept the contract. Hearing this, the woman becomes angry and shows Bishop a video clip on her phone. She tells him that she knows he did not really die last time, but instead faked his death and survived. She also tells him that his enemies are still looking for him. So if he does not listen to her, she will upload this video to the internet, which will reveal to his enemies that he is still alive and put his life in danger. Actually, Bishop is dead in the eyes of the world. But the truth is that he is living in Brazil with a new identity and a new name. And then, when Bishop looks around, he notices that this woman has not come here alone. She has brought several men with her. Seeing this, Bishop understands that his life is in danger. So he quickly takes out his mobile phone and takes a picture of the woman. Seeing this, the woman understands that Bishop is not going to listen to her. So she starts pulling out her gun to kill Bishop. But Bishop attacks the woman using the table in front of him. Seeing this, the men who came with the woman attack Bishop. But Arthur kills several of them one by one. Just then, Bishop sees on the CCTV screen that many more thugs are coming to kill him. Seeing this, Bishop quickly escapes and jumps onto the roof of a SkyTrain. The thugs also get inside the SkyTrain and start looking for Bishop. But Bishop is actually on the roof of the SkyTrain. Soon, the woman finds out about this and starts firing bullets at him from the roof. Bishop quickly jumps onto a paraglider and escapes from these people. That evening, when Arthur returns to his boat, he sees from a distance that two people are checking his boat. Seeing this, Bishop activates the bomb inside his boat using his mobile phone. The boat explodes and burns down, killing the two men as well. Now Bishop understands that people in Brazil have discovered the truth about him. Therefore, it is not safe for him to stay there. He goes straight to a port, where he enters a container and takes out a bag that had already been hidden there. Inside the bag are lots of money, weapons, and fake passports. Bishop burns his Brazilian passport and makes sure there is no evidence against him. Then he leaves Brazil and heads toward Thailand. Bishop arrives at a deserted beach in Thailand, where he meets a hotel owner named Malika. Malika runs a hotel there. After seeing Bishop, Malika recognizes him and gives him the key to his room. After entering the room, Bishop takes a bag from underneath the table. The bag contains all the things Bishop needs. First, Bishop researches the woman whose picture he took at the hotel. He finds out that this woman is also a contract killer and works for a man named Crane. After seeing Crane's picture, Bishop becomes worried because he has known Crane since childhood. Bishop knows that Crane is a very dangerous mafia boss. The next day, a girl named Gina comes to Malika and asks her for some medicine. Malika notices injuries on Gina's arm and realizes that Gina is in trouble. So Malika tells Gina that if she needs any other help, she can tell her. But Gina says nothing and takes the medicine to a boat standing nearby. As soon as night arrives, Gina starts screaming loudly from her boat. Malika sees that a man is beating Gina. Seeing this, Malika immediately goes to Bishop and tells him to go help the girl trapped on the boat. Bishop gets into a small boat and reaches that boat. He tells the man to leave the girl or he will be killed. But the man does not listen to Bishop and instead starts fighting him. During the fight, the man's head hits an iron rod hard, causing him to die on the spot. A short while later, Malika also arrives there in her boat. Bishop picks Gina up and hands her to Malika, telling her to take Gina back to the shore. He then starts checking the boat himself. There, he finds Gina's passport and mobile phone. On Gina's phone, Bishop sees a picture of himself. Seeing this, Bishop becomes suspicious and wonders how this girl got his picture. He goes straight to Gina's room and asks her at gunpoint how she got his picture. Gina does not answer. Instead, she comes close to Bishop and tries to impress him. But Bishop pushes her back onto the bed and tells her that these tricks will not work on him. He asks her one final time if she also works for Crane. Hearing this, Gina becomes scared and tells Bishop that yes, Crane sent her to him, but she does not actually work for Crane. Instead, Crane forced her to do all of this. Actually, this was all part of Crane's plan. A man was supposed to kill Gina on the boat. And when Bishop came to help her, Gina would present herself as a helpless girl in front of him. Then she would trap Bishop in a relationship with her, after which Crane would use Gina to make Bishop do his work. Now that Bishop knows the truth, he tells Gina that he will decide what happens next. In fact, Bishop is now thinking of turning Crane's game against him and trapping Crane in his own game. But Bishop still does not completely trust what Gina has told him. The next day, Bishop researches Gina. He discovers that Gina is actually a very kind-hearted woman. She runs an orphanage where she teaches orphan children to read and write. She also provides them with food and a place to live. Seeing this, Bishop becomes impressed with Gina. He goes straight to her and asks what exactly Crane is. threatening her with to force her to do all this. Gina tells him that she runs an orphanage. But 1 month ago, Crane's men kidnapped one of the children from her orphanage. The very next day, the child's dead body was found at the door of the orphanage. After that, Crane's men threatened her that if she did not obey Crane, they would kill all the other children living in the orphanage along with her. So, to save the lives of the children in her orphanage, she had no choice but to obey Crane. Meanwhile, Bishop notices that some people are watching them from a boat in the middle of the ocean. Bishop realizes that these are Crane's men. So he quickly grabs Gina's hand and starts walking with her so that the people watching them from the boat think Gina has successfully trapped Bishop in her love. Just then, Malika sees the two of them together and includes them in a ceremony taking place nearby. The two of them enjoy themselves. And here we see that they have genuinely started liking each other. At night, Gina comes to Bishop and apologizes to him, saying that she has dragged him into this trouble. Bishop tells her that it is okay, and that he understands how important it is for her to save the lives of those orphan children. He also tells Gina that he himself was an orphan when he was a child. Bishop then tells Gina the complete truth about himself and Crane. He says that he and Crane grew up together in the same orphanage. They were very good friends. But one day, both of them were sold to a gangster who trained children and forced them to do illegal work. Bishop did not like any of this. So one day, when he got the opportunity, he escaped from that gangster. But his friend, Crane, could not escape with him and was caught while trying to run away. Afterward, the gangster blamed Crane for Bishop's escape and beat Crane very badly. From that day onward, Crane began to hate Bishop and became his enemy. Bishop then tells Gina not to worry. He will get her out of this trouble soon. And then the two of them kiss. The next morning, Bishop sees some Thai police officers coming toward them in a boat. But as they come closer, Bishop realizes that they are not police officers at all, but Crane's men. Bishop starts fighting them. But by then, it is already too late. They capture Gina and take her away in the boat. Then they also capture Bishop and take him directly to Crane. There, Bishop tells Crane to let Gina go. Hearing this, Crane realizes that Bishop has started liking Gina. So he tells Bishop that he will let Gina go. But in exchange, Bishop must kill 2 men. And he must kill those 2 men in such a way that nobody realizes they were murdered. Instead, everyone must believe that their deaths were accidents. Crane says he knows that only Bishop can do this job. But if Bishop refuses, Crane will kill Bishop, Gina, and all the children at Gina's orphanage. Now Bishop has no other choice, so he agrees to Crane's demands. But before carrying out the job, Bishop tells Crane that he wants to speak to Gina on a video call so he can make sure she is safe. Crane agrees, and Bishop speaks to Gina through a video call. After that, Bishop is given a picture of his target, whose name is Cook. Cook is a very wealthy businessman who has made all his money through illegal activities. In particular, Cook is involved in selling underage girls. Bishop starts gathering information about Cook and discovers that the man has many enemies. Because of this, Cook has hired a large number of security guards. Bishop realizes that killing this man directly will be very difficult. He then discovers that Cook lives in Australia, where he owns a beautiful penthouse. On top of the building is a large glass swimming pool that extends outside the building toward the road. Cook often swims there. As soon as Bishop learns this, he begins planning to kill Cook in that swimming pool. First, he goes to inspect the building by pretending to be a businessman and meets the building manager. He tells the manager that he wants to buy an apartment in the building. The manager begins explaining the facilities of the building. Seeing an opportunity, Bishop quickly takes a picture of the apartment key so that he can make a duplicate key. After that, Bishop prepares a chemical that can break glass when applied to it. The next day, Bishop disguises himself as a cleaner and enters the building, avoiding the security guards. He uses the fake key he made earlier to open the door of an empty apartment downstairs. Once inside the empty apartment, he cuts through the glass outside the building and creates a path for himself to climb upward. He then climbs the building using a rope and eventually reaches the swimming pool where Cook swims. Bishop secretly drills small holes into the glass at the bottom of the swimming pool. He then pours the glass-cracking chemical into those holes. After completing all the work, Bishop quickly leaves. A short while later, Cook comes to the swimming pool to swim. He jumps into the pool, and as soon as he reaches the area where Bishop applied the chemical, the increased pressure causes cracks to appear in the glass. Within moments, a large section of the glass breaks, causing Cook to fall hundreds of feet to the ground and die. The news then reports that a businessman named Cook has fallen from the building and died. Crane is very happy when he hears the news on television. He calls Bishop and allows him to speak to Gina over a video call. During the video call, Gina cleverly turns the camera around and shows Bishop the number of the boat standing behind her so that Bishop can search for the boat and find her. Bishop memorized the boat number. He then enters the number into his laptop and tracks the boat's location. He discovers where Gina is being held. After that, he hires a helicopter and heads directly to that location. To make sure Crane's men do not see the helicopter, Bishop takes the helicopter some distance away from the boat and jumps into the water. From the helicopter, he swims toward the boat, but Crane's men spot him. Bishop shoots and kills several guards one by one and continues moving forward. Then he sees Gina in front of him. However, Crane's men already knew that Bishop would definitely come to rescue Gina. So they capture Bishop and bring him in front of Crane. Crane angrily tells Bishop that this time he has forgiven him for his mistake. But if Bishop makes such a move again, he will lose Gina forever. Crane then gives Bishop 24 hours and tells him that he must eliminate his next target within 24 hours. Bishop begins working on his next target. This time, his target is a weapons dealer named Max. While gathering information about Max, Bishop discovers that Max has built his house on top of a mountain. The place has extremely heavy security, and the security guards are equipped with highly advanced weapons. Bishop understands that killing Max will be very difficult. He also discovers that Crane used Bishop to eliminate Cook and now wants to kill Max so that he can take over Max's position and become the sole owner of the entire illegal business. The next morning, Bishop sets out to kill Max. When Bishop reaches near Max's house, he realizes that there is no way to enter because of the heavy security. So he uses a sniper rifle to shoot and injure a guard standing on top of Max's house. A helicopter is called to bring a doctor to treat the injured guard. Here, we see that Bishop has also reached the roof of Max's house. In fact, when the doctor was being brought in by helicopter, Bishop secretly hung underneath the helicopter and reached the location as well. While the doctor and the other guards are busy treating the injured guard, Bishop takes advantage of the opportunity and quickly enters Max's house. Inside, he first installs a jammer that shuts down all the cameras. This puts all the guards inside the building on alert, and they start searching for Bishop. Bishop kills several guards one by one. Meanwhile, Max's guards try to keep Max safe. But suddenly, a huge explosion occurs in the elevator outside the building. This makes Max's guards think that whoever has come to kill Max must be outside the building. So they take Max to his most secure room. But as soon as Max closes the door of his secure room and turns around, he sees Bishop sitting in front of him. Max becomes very disappointed because Bishop cleverly tricked the guards, and the guards themselves have delivered Max directly into Bishop's hands. Max asks Bishop what he is waiting for and tells him to shoot him. Bishop tells him not to worry because he is not going to kill him. Instead, he wants Max to fake his death. Max does not understand what Bishop means. Bishop then tells him the entire truth. Crane sent Bishop to kill Max, but Bishop has understood Crane's plan. Crane first used Bishop to kill Cook, and now he wants Bishop to kill Max so that Crane can take over the entire business by himself. Bishop explains his plan to Maximum Max must fake his death. When Crane hears that Max is dead and sends all his guards to see Max's dead body, Bishop will take advantage of the opportunity and kill Crane. Max agrees to Bishop's plan. Bishop then causes an explosion at Max's hideout and spreads fake news that Max has been killed. In reality, Bishop saves Max and takes him to a place near the ocean. The news of Max's death spreads throughout the city, and Crane also hears about it. Crane becomes very happy because all the obstacles in his business have been removed by Bishop. But Crane is still not completely convinced that Max is dead. A short while later, Bishop calls Crane and tells him that he has completed his job. Therefore, Crane should now release Gina. But Crane still does not believe that Max is dead. So he tells Bishop that he wants to see Max's dead body first. Bishop tells Crane that if he does not believe him, he can send his men to Max's hideout, where Max's dead body is lying. Crane foolishly sends all his guards to Max's hideout while keeping only a few guards with himself. Crane also tells his guards that his path is now clear, so they should kill Bishop as well. But in reality, Bishop has already prepared a trap for Crane's guards. As soon as the guards arrive at Max's hideout, Bishop and Max's men attack them and kill all of Crane's men. Bishop realizes that Crane is now alone on his boat with only a few guards. Therefore, killing Crane will be easy. Bishop heads through the water toward Crane's boat. Meanwhile, Crane has also figured out Bishop's plan. So he captures Gina and uses her as bait against Bishop. A short while later, Bishop reaches Crane's boat and immediately kills one of Crane's men. He then attacks the remaining guards and kills them. Crane tells one of his guards to bring Gina back inside the boat. When the guard grabs Gina and takes her inside, Gina attacks the guard. But during the struggle, Gina gets shot and is badly injured. Crane then takes Gina into the cabin of the boat and quickly activates the bombs installed inside the boat. After activating the bombs, Crane knows that the boat will explode soon. So he leaves Gina inside the cabin and prepares to escape using a small boat. Meanwhile, Bishop reaches Gina. The two of them hug each other. Gina tells Bishop that Crane has activated the bombs inside the boat, and that it will explode soon. Hearing this, Bishop quickly takes Gina and puts her inside an emergency release pod. Gina tells Bishop to come with her, but Bishop says that their lives will remain in danger until he kills Crane. He then sends Gina away from the boat through the emergency tube. Bishop goes to fight Crane. The two of them start shooting at each other. When both of their guns run out of bullets, they begin fighting each other with their bare hands. Bishop overpowers Crane and then ties Crane to the boat with a chain. Crane laughs and tells Bishop that the boat will explode soon and both of them will die together. Bishop tells him that he always finds some way to survive. Saying this, Bishop runs toward the cabin of the boat. Just then, the boat explodes with a huge blast. The boat is blown into pieces, and both Crane and Bishop are killed in the explosion. From some distance away, Gina watches the exploded boat. She becomes extremely sad because she believes Bishop has been killed. Gina starts crying. In the next scene, we see Gina return to her orphanage, where she starts taking care of the children again. But now Gina is very sad because of Bishop's death and constantly remembers him. One day, while Gina is with the orphan children, Bishop suddenly appears in front of her. Gina cannot believe her eyes because she thinks she is imagining him. But soon, she realizes that it is actually Bishop. Seeing Bishop alive, Gina becomes extremely happy. In reality, Bishop was never killed in the explosion. At the end of the movie, we see Max investigating the exploded boat. Then he discovers that every boat contains a strong metal tank that cannot be damaged by bullets or bombs. When Max watches the video of this strong tank, he realizes that before the boat exploded, Bishop had climbed inside that tank, which saved his life. Seeing this, Max smiles and deletes the video of Bishop so that Bishop remains dead in the eyes of the world. And with this, the story comes to an end.